I mean, it means, we Japanese people don't feel like shame to ask help.
Yeah, Filipinos need more shame. What is up, everybody? Welcome back to
The Sunbae Club!
And we are the
Sunbae Squad!
Hi, I'm Issa, a Filipino stand-up comedian born and raised and representing the Philippines.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Rio from Japan. I'm your green flag guy. I'm a model and content creator here in the Philippines.
Hi guys, it's your Korean best friend JinHo. I'm a vlogger singer here in the Philippines representing South Korea.
Hi, my name is Mikaela. I'm a model here in Manila and I'm representing... Hi, my name is Mikaela. I'm a model here in the Philippines and I'm representing China.
God. Money has no pronouns. Bale, totoo naman eh. Money is everything in Korea.
You're right.
Well, I guess in Korea, like, everything has a price tag, basically, in Korea. Like, even your worth. And I know it's sad, but yeah, like, you guys all know Koreans are smart with math, and, they're very, like, studious when they're students with academic stress.
Yeah.
And all of that because we need one goal. That is
Earn.
money.
What about in Japan, Rio?
Oh, don't say same with JinHo.
In Japan, of course, money is very important thing for everyone. But nowadays, it's kind of,
Stingy?
changing because of Gen Z. As we talked about work-life balance, right? We talked about it, right? So actually, in Japan, money is the not like most important thing. I mean, people started to find the more important thing in Japan. I think I'm not sure. I'm Japanese, but I'm not Japanese. But that's I feel about money. That's how I see for money.
Same thing, money is not really everything for us, but in a sense it is, but it's more on morality and, the person and the personality, like what family you're getting into. But yeah, money is obviously a big thing, I think, everywhere in the world, naman, right? But it's not really like, oh, we're working for the money. But it's definitely a social status symbol, money, because with money you have power.
I think for Philippine side naman, Filipinos are very familial about their money. Like, it always has to be for the family. Like, usually especially when you have brothers and sisters and you're the richest one, no matter where you are, and usually it's the eldest or the youngest, but no matter whoever the richest sibling is, they have to give back to the rest of the family. And there's always a pressure if you're the eldest to be the breadwinner. You always have to contribute to the house. It's always shared with the family. But I'm curious though, in other countries, are you allowed to talk about your salary? Because in the Philippines, for example, with your friends, do you say, oh, I earn this much, just very openly?
It depends on the relationships and connections. Like, if I can say about I can talk about money with my close friends or family. But if not close friends, I don't want to talk about money. Yeah.
At home, we don't talk about money in a way that we talk about our salaries and how much we earn. But it's still like a ballpark on the amount when it comes to amount. But it's still very different when you talk about your financial situation. I feel like talking about your financial situation is okay with someone that you really, really trust in that sense. It doesn't matter if it's a close friend or a family.
There was a time when I was starting out, I feel like it was a bit of a taboo to say how much you make. But recently, people have been, at least online, they've been becoming more open about salaries. So to avoid people getting exploited, because there was with salary reveals, you get to see, oh, I'm earning a lot less and we do the same thing pala. But now I think, it's changing. We're trying to be more open about our financial situations. But I think still, you keep it to friends and family.
Well, me, I think It depends on what context. Like, what's the purpose of this person asking? Mangutang ba to? Kung mangutang, ay, mahirap lang ako eh. I think, but if this person is asking advice,
Yeah,
seeking,
more
like,
career advice.
like yeah, like let's say this person's new to the industry and this person asks, "This is how much I'm starting." Kumbaga, if you open up first,
That
I would tell you mine.
Okay,
I will
okay.
tell you na compared to mine, you earn more or you earn less or you deserve more or that's a lot of blessings, you know? I would say that. But if it's straight up like, so how much do you earn? I would never answer that. I did have friends like that. I said, it's none of your business pesos. But like in Korea, but that's just me. But in Korea, I feel like mothers or like the parents usually know how much their children earn.
make.
Yeah. And I think that's toxic. Yeah.
It's a very private thing.
Yeah. This topic is stressful.
Yeah.
I feel like for me, it was just very toxic at home. How the money was like.
Here we
running.
go.
Yeah,
Here
this
we
is all
go.
finance.
Mika roasting her family.
I was already working, and I obviously didn't let my parents know how much I was making when I moved back at home. And then it got really toxic, so I grew up with my parents not really teaching me anything about finances. I had to learn everything on my own. Trial and error, okay, if all my money goes out, then I'll just find another way. It was just really a long trial and error for me to find what works for my financial, because my parents never really taught me about it, and I think whatever's going on financially at home wasn't really working too, so you know, I gotta take things on my own hands. It really taught me a lot about money as well.
Yeah, I think for Korea naman, it's always about insurance. Like I feel like all Koreans, like from 100%, I think 60% goes to insurance. So that's why, yeah, I think Koreans are well prepared ahead, you know. Yeah, they
Because you
work
drink so much, of course you're gonna be.
well, that too. But you know, like Koreans have that feeling where it's a shame to ask help from other people, whether that be friend, family, even their own offspring, you know. It's a shame. So they don't want that day to come where they cannot work anymore, but then they need money for their
Very
medicals.
independent.
Yes, and yeah, I think that's why they invest so much on insurance. Starting from like even their first job, they're already paying for insurance. They are aware of what type of long-term investment they're doing through the insurance and what's their aim. Is it the medical they're aiming for, or is it a property? So yeah, I feel like Koreans are very, very well educated.
Same as Jin. No, but seriously, yeah, like we have like similar cultures. Like I think Japanese people don't feel like shame to,
Ask help.
yeah, we always, you know, ask help immediately. But for me, yeah, I think there's no shame.
In us for help.
I think so. Mostly, in this case, you know, I feel shame. That's why, you know, I don't do that. But, you know, actually, a lot of my friends, even, you know, me, like, after I graduated university, I don't have, like, specific job. I work as a part-time, like, worker, right? Of course, you know, compared to other people's, like, office workers or, like, employees, like, I have, you know, less income. But I'm so good at saving money. That's why, you know, that's why I could come here. But a lot of my friends ask me like, "Hey Leo, can I borrow money?" Something like that. I mean, it means, you know, we Japanese people don't feel like shame to ask help.
Yeah, Filipinos need more shame. Again, with the family culture, there is no shame in asking for help. Which, on one side, like,
It's okay, but
yeah, it's
it has a
okay.
limit.
At least, like, you feel safe that you're always taken care of. But
Just to correct, the help shame I
Yeah.
mentioned was when they're old na.
when
When they're
old.
retired, they don't want ask. They don't want ask. Do you get it?
okay.
Not when you're on your 20s, not when you're on your 30s, when you're just starting up. No. What the shame I'm talking about is when you're already old, when you're retired, and then
And you still
don't,
need help.
you don't even have savings. Parang,
Same with you. Like, I had to trial and error my way out of, like, being financially smart.
Yeah.
Because
But it's so hard.
you're not taught about money growing up. You start learning about it as soon as you work.
Mine happened very naturally, just because my parents are away from Manila. We never had that transition of, are you prepared? You know, like that. Nothing. I learned it myself, like Meralco, everything.
That was very traumatizing too, like learning everything and coming at once.
And like, I'm from Korea to Olongapo and Olongapo to Manila. So it was like, right? So I had to learn everything myself. But it was a good journey, like hands-on, a lot of mistakes, a lot of, you know, I was like, okay, I paid everything and then spend the rest of the money on something else. And I'm like, oh shit, may kulang. I haven't paid something. And that's where I learned my lesson, of course.
That's me every time I move.
You always have that unexpected gastos, right? Gastos means spending.
I always move because there's always like something. Because when I move, obviously rent here in Manila is a lot. And if there's something that I'm not satisfied with, it's a waste of money if I'm gonna be living there every day, dealing with the same problem, causing me more stress. So I feel like it would be cheaper for my sanity to move. But now I found a perfect place, guys, I hope. Yeah, I moved out very young just because I really didn't like the toxicity at home with money and everything else going on. I just wanted to be more independent. So I did, and it was a very long journey, just like you. I feel like for you it was more natural. For me it was it was natural in a sense, but
I think yours was harder because when you say move out, what are we talking about? Move out as in physically moving out, or are we talking about the financial independence where you're physically out, but also at the same time you're no longer asking help from your parents? Because if we're talking about independence of, you know, in terms of financial independence, it took me quite a while. I reached 20, so I think yours was tougher.
When I was younger, because you know I'm Chinese, there's like family business. I would do a lot of stuff, and I'm actually good with saving too, and that's how I managed to just move out and pay.
I suck at that.
Saving is really hard. It takes a while. So I was doing like helping with the online business since I was like 12-ish. So I was getting paid small. I was saving and saving and saving, and we get like ang paos. So I was able to save those as well. And
I still haven't like fully moved. Like I moved out. I'm like away from my parents. I'm financially independent, but my place still belongs to family. Like a condo is family owned. It's family shared. So I get in the Philippines, there's no pressure to be independent at a young age. Like some people, until they have their own family, will stay with their parents as much as they can. Like,
I love Filipinos talaga.
we love holding on to their nest, which is like it was a thing for me and my parents, because like by the time I was like in my mid-20s, I was really like, oh my God, set me free already. So when I already had my own money, like I wanted to
you wanted to
move out.
explore with it.
Yeah, I wanted to explore, just because it was glamorized and I guess in Western media na, you move out at 18. Like, this is like, actually, some college pa lang, they're independent already. But I was with my family up until I started working. But, you know, because I shifted careers, like after the pandemic, I already stayed with my family throughout the pandemic. We were stuck together for a while. Like, I used that as a reason for my mom na, hey, I've already spent this many years together. Can I try branching out on my own? But they still, I guess, since we live pretty near, they live in Rizal, in Cainta. So we're like a few hours away.
Hours?
A few hours with traffic.
Korea and Philippines, 4 hours lang away,
Yeah, they still come visit me. So I don't feel like I'm fully separated yet. But I've come to appreciate that at least I don't get to miss them. I don't become homesick because they're just there. But I do want to live like fully independent someday.
For me, it sounds like stupid.
Oh, really? Why?
Because, you know, I'm good at saving, Deepa. That's why, you know, that kind of things is the like main reason for losing money, right? That's why, you know, it sounds like stupid for me. Yeah, just...
Me, I I think I am a revenge spender. Because same, I don't like my day to day. I am also like good at spending. I don't spend excessively on my day to day things. So it's always one time, big
You
time.
said you're good at spending. Or
Yeah, well, both. There is such a thing as good at spending. Like
like
you only
smart. Like
yeah,
smart
you
ways.
only spend on the things that you really like that add to your life.
Yeah, same.
Yeah,
Same.
so I don't like spending unnecessarily on like I think the day-to-day things I can skimp on, but when I travel or like when I treat my family, I don't want to be thinking about the bill all the time. I don't want to be checking each price tag. I think there's also a thing like the revenge traveling.
Buti may masuspend ka after pandemic. I had nothing to revenge and spend.
I feel like for me, it wasn't like a period, like a forced period. It was more like me say, okay, no shopping for me for like 1-2 months. And then what happened was when I had breakdowns, I would do this retail therapy thing. And I would spend and spend and spend. And I would feel so good kapag na-check out ko na. But then when I see
the guilt after.
Impulsive.
yeah, all the impulsive spending, and I tend to do this all the time. So I'm trying to work on that. I have so much stuff at home that I don't even like.
Before I thought I was like overspender, to be honest. But then I realized anything I spend on, if I have, let's say, if I have money from something, I thought I was overspending. But then when I checked, when I looked back what I spent on, it's always related to work. I have iPhone, okay, but I would save up for a camera because I wanted better quality videos, you know. And then when I achieved that one camera, now I want a second angle just so it could be like TV vibe. And after getting second camera, now I want another third angle so I could invite guests naman. Do you get it? So before I would think like, oh my god, why are you keep spending? But then also at the same time like, why is it all for work? Do you get it? Like I don't own a Rolex. Like cameras cost Rolex.
Personal.
Yeah, I could like each of my cameras are like isang Vios. Alam mo yun? So I'm like, di ko alam if I'm proud of myself or I'm actually sad about that.
I think that's smart spending though,
Like,
because it's
I think it
quality. Yeah, it
depends
depends.
still if you really want to pursue the career and if it really helps you.
If I see something, I don't see it as like luxury. Even if I buy a simple like a branded glass or t-shirt, I would question myself first. Will this ROI? What do I gain from wearing this glass? Will people notice it? Will people appreciate my fashion sense higher? Or is it just me wanting to spend money? So everything I have in my house, I grade them. Like this camera has returned that much of money for me. This one has this much of money. And then when I see something that has done nothing for me, I give it away. I don't like selling, I give it. And I think that's the lucky thing in me. Like, I don't like spending on little things. Like, oh, shoes, Shein, every sale. No, I don't do that. But when I spend, like on one big time.
Same.
Because I don't like upgrading. Place and repair.
Also how I see things, like when I have something, I compete in my head, like, oh, how long has this been with me? Is this really worth it? Like, does this have a purpose in my life, you know? How much is it? And I compete, like, oh, okay, worth it naman talaga siya because it would last me in the next couple of years. So basically, it's free.
That's justified spending because you know the difference between like an investment versus an impulse buy. This has a lot of guilt after.
What's a tip you guys could give others?
Invest your money in real estate.
It doesn't, you know, when you say tip, financial tip, it doesn't necessarily have to be like super. Because guys, we're not there
not
yet.
licensed
we're not,
financial advisors.
Yes, and we're not that. I don't know with them, but me, I'm not that level where I could give, you know, advices to you guys. So I don't want to be that, you know. Be that know-all person. But one advice I could give for all my young Gen Zs out there, I know we are heavily influenced by all the online shopping. Yeah. What I do is, if there's one tip I could give you guys is that, you know, sometimes we just scroll Shopee for no reason, you know? And then you're like, okay, about to check out, right? I put I put a pause to that, and then I just leave it to my cart. If I remember it, more than 3 times, that's when I need it. But the next time I come back and I'm like, why is this in my cart? And that would have been the impulsive spending. Yeah. So yeah, if you guys have something in cart, try to just leave it there and try to live 1 week. And if that still gets on your head, you need that. But if you forget about it, then you didn't need that in the first place.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. What tip could you give?
If you know, do I need this or not? It comes in your mind. I think it doesn't need for you. For example, you know, if I want to buy something, just buy it. No time to think about it, buy or not. That's my style,
I guess that. Yeah.
right? For example, like if I find like good shoes, like fancy shoes, if I know, I feel like, oh, should I buy it or not? It's not. If I really want to buy it,
So
I
if
just get
there's
it.
a little bit of yes or no, that's
Yeah.
a no.
No, yeah.
But if you really
Yeah.
need it, there will
There's no
not
time
be
to think about it.
question.
Yeah,
okay.
just get it. Yeah.
I feel like for me, a lot of my money definitely goes for my fixed bills every month. And I do, yeah, like with impulse spendings, I do tend to spend a lot. But also when it comes to practicality, I like to buy things that makes me happy. Even like yung mga knickknacks that are cute. You know, like for me, I let it rest also. But you know, if it's actually like practical, I go buy it. But then I buy things every time I'm at home or every time I'm wearing it. You know, you spend money on food, makeup, skincare, clothes, your house, the decoration. If that's not something that makes you happy, it's a waste of money. But so for me, like I spend my money on small things or big things that make me happy. Well, I don't think that's a good tip though. But
It is though.
Yeah.
At least, yeah, that was supposed to be my tip. Like, spend unapologetically on things that add to your life.
yeah.
Like, cause we value things differently. That's why another like related tip I have is don't judge others on what they spend on. Because maybe coffee is no big deal for you. Like, you could just make 3-in-1 at home. But for some people, buying their specific coffee order at a specific cafe, it adds to their day. If they start their day with that, they do their work better. They're just happier throughout the day. But to you, it doesn't matter. Or like, for example, with haircuts, some people can just cut their own hair, but some people, they value how they look. It has to be done at the salon or something.
At a specific salon, a specific
Yeah.
person.
So
Yeah.
just don't judge others on what they spend on. And then, see?
I feel like mine is so materialistic.
No, but it's fair because
Yeah, you are.
that's what you
A lot of my money, like, because I like to spend on comfort and the peace of mind. So if I'm home, I can see all my stuff that I paid for, that it's pretty and makes me happy. I'm in a happy home. But if I'm in a, ugly apartment.
What's like one thing that you don't want to think twice on? Like, oh, when it comes to this, I'm definitely paying for it. Like, parang gano, may ganon ka ba?
Definitely stuff for home or things that add function. Parang like something that makes me
Example.
I'm never cheap on beddings.
Exactly.
And
Yan. May mga ganon.
splurge on beds, mattress, bed frames, linens,
the
comfort.
thread count. Yeah.
Me, home appliance. Refrigerator and washing machine is like non-negotiable. Kailangan top of the line, pero at the same time does its job and its inverter. Parang dati gusto ko Balenciaga shoes. Now I want like double door refrigerator.
Yung may water, tsaka may ice.
Oh, yung sa akin kinakatok eh. Kinakatok ko siya araw-araw. Uy, good morning.
See, but it makes you happy.
LG, baka naman!
See, it makes you happy, but for some people, ay arte.
Yeah.
You have to have double door. Don't judge others on what they spend on, yeah.
Okay.
And that ends our episode on money. And if you have different definitions of luxury, or if you agree or disagree with any of us, comment down below. And if you like our episode, please like, subscribe. Thank you for watching!